What is up, guys? Circleflex here, bringing you the last replay of the second week, the Tier 5 Tank Destroyers. And today we're going to take a look at another T67 replay. Almost all the replays that I got was T67s. A couple of Stugs, one SU-85, and I think 2 Archer games for pretty much everything I got. So we're going to take a look at another T67 game. This one we're gonna go super freaking try hard because we're in a tier 7 game on Sacred Valley. We are here with Big Prank from the Red Clan. He's on the T67 in an overly tier 7 game here. Almost half the team, as you can see, is tier 7. So pretty tough matchmaking. We're on Sacred Valley Encounter, which is something I haven't played in a long time because I turned off Encounter and Assault for a couple of months now. But anyway, we are here. It is Encounter, so there's only one cap circle, as you can see in the minimap. And he takes up an excellent position, making full use of the camo net and the binos, as you can see. He also has all premium consumables, including a cola instead of a fire extinguisher, so we're going freaking full tryhard mode right now. So as you can see, we're just trying to do some damage here against the tier 7s and stuff that show up. Already fired a lot of shots, but so far only 2 pent. And as you can see, most of the tier 7s are fighting up north in what pretty much is a heavy tank corner, whilst Big Prank here tries to get some spotting done for his team and maybe take a couple of shots himself, because most of these tanks that he's shooting at won't have good enough view range unless they're using binos themselves. Couple of really good shots in against the IS there. Let me just quickly check here what the pen on all of this is. It's 177 on the premium pen, and the AP is 128. So I think he's been shooting some APCR against tier 7s. I don't really mind too much. This is obviously a tier 5. I think he could have done the same pens with AP. It doesn't really matter. Like, if I was in his position, I'd probably done the same. He's gonna switch to AP now, though. There's the Jackson. AP should be okay-ish. The front might be an issue here. Let's just shut him to the side. Jackson doesn't really know what to do. So this part of the game is relatively quiet because it's literally just sitting on the hill and shooting some people up. But he hasn't been spotted this entire game. But this Jackson is gonna come really close now. So he's not shooting for the longest time there because he just wants to stay there and keep spotting for the team, but he ends up taking the last shot anyway, because nobody was really killing the Jackson, and on 1 health, you don't want to let that Jackson go and then spot you anyway. So it was a pretty good call, and he got away right away after you fired, so no harm, no foul there. T34 comes in, spots him, it takes 1 shot, it bounces. That shot was a bit reckless, because in the T67, mind you, like, there's not a whole lot of ammo on those T67s. So you might want to be a bit careful, especially if you're facing tier 7s with a way bigger health pool. And with the low alpha gun on the T67, you're gonna need those shells. So, as I said, the first half of this replay is a bit tame, but I think it's excellent play, and so we're just gonna stick around. I'm not gonna like speed up the replay or anything. But it's literally just sniping as much as possible and spotting as much as possible for the team. As you can see, the Panzer IV-H tries to do the same, but he doesn't have the camo factor the T67 gets. It's obviously also a medium tank, so he's gonna have a bad time there. He's shooting straight through the Churchill front here, through the turret. And then he bounces twice, pretty much on the same spot there. Again, that last shot there was probably not the best thing to do. Because like I said, he's only at 15 shells now, so he's gonna have to be careful. Now his team is in the lead as 9-7 right now. But if you look up north, there's a Tiger 1 fighting an IS with an 87 coming up behind. And I think Big Prank sees that as well, and he decides to finally lead the spot on the hill to maybe help him out. But the Tiger 1 already dies, and finding again an 87 is gonna be a bit problematic in a T67. They are slow though, so if you can get around them, it could be an easy kill, because obviously they don't have a turret. But facing these things head on is going to be an issue. Again, he takes up a pretty good position there in the bush, trying to spot if the 87 is going to come directly towards them. decides to go back here. In the meantime, the Panzer IV and the Panzer III-4 are moving up the hill and found that Churchill again. And there's another 87 spotted on the hill. Both 87s are in the same platoon, but they are on opposite ends of the map. But 87s as top tier are going to be really annoying unless you can get around them. Especially in tier 5s. Like, let's be real here, 360 health is pretty much nothing against tier 7s. There's going to be ISs that can one-shot you, there's going to be HE flying around. So the T67 really has to make use of its speed and all that stuff because she can't rely at all on armor, and you also barely can't take any shots. Like a Churchill might need like 2, maybe 3 shots, but a lot of things at tier 7 will already, especially the Russians, will get the 122 mils that will just one-shot you. So instead of going directly up the hill to help the Panzers out, he's going to go around them, which is obviously a pretty good call because you're not going to want to fight an 87 head-on like that. He still has 1 artillery, a T-34-1, a T-34, the tier 5, and a T-44-85 in his team. But the odds are against them now. It's 9 to 10. And they still have 3 tier 7s in comparison to the 1 tier 7 that is on the Big Prank's team. So it's going to be really careful here. Cromwell can basically 2-shot you with HE, I do believe. And it's going to need 3 AP shells. And obviously the Cromwell also has a really good reload, so it's going to be a competitive tank to take down here.
Ready to fire. Ricochet. Let's find another
Third person aims on the Churchill. Probably should have aimed that a little bit better to take away the kill. Doesn't really matter, he ends up dying anyway. And now he has a VKP shooting him, and the Cromwell that went somehow past him. I don't really know how the Cromwell got there. So he tries to go for the Cromwell right now. Auto aims first. Keeps the gun on the Cromwell and then starts firing. Auto aims again, takes 1 hit, and this is really... That almost cost him his health there, because the reload is only slightly better. VKP comes in now. This is crucial. Ends up tracking him like that. VKP does not have the gun depression, and he takes out the VKP there. He could have easily have died versus either the Cromwell or the VKP there, so that was really well played. That tracking shot was absolutely crucial to survive there. So that was excellent play. He only has 8 APCR shells left now, so that's going to be a bit of an issue, because I do believe that 87 is on almost full health still. And in the meantime, we are up to 2200 damage, which is pretty damn good for tier 5. So 87 on 1000 health. There's no way that he can kill that. And the last shot there doesn't even hit the target. That was quite weird, because that was pretty much fully aimed. So 87 turns around, and the other 87, which is in the same platoon, is shooting away the house. What is really nice there is that Big Prank waited behind the house to get his camo back, so that he was no longer spotted from shooting the first 87. So he gets his camo back and then races out of there at full speed, going almost 60 here. Downhill, now 60 plus. Obviously the 87 is going to have an issue climbing a hill with that vehicle. So it's a really good play here to just move away and just make sure that you get around these 87s to at least make your last 6 shots count. They have more than enough health. They have 1900 health together, so there's no way he can kill all of it, but maybe if he gets around he can start engine fires and maybe he can help his team out, because he does have two teammates left at tier 6 and the tier 7. The tier 7 has been super passive this game as far as I can tell, and he's now also just sitting at K3. So he's being careful here, because the 87 might have turned around. It would be highly unlikely, but it's smart to just take your time there. Because as you can see, the last known position for the 87 was G3, and the other one is somewhere up the hill probably. And there's slightly less than 6 minutes left. The 87 on the hill went more towards down the hill there. Has a nice shot in the side there. 87 begins to turn around immediately, so he's gonna have to be really patient to get the most out of these APCR shells and maybe to still carry the game. It's like I said, unless he gets fires, he cannot kill these 87s on his own, so he's gonna need his teammates here. '87 is still there. I don't think he got spotted there. I don't see the 6th sense going off. He might have still been spotted, but he's gonna move away again. The T-44-1 sprung to life pretty much and is going to try and cap now, which is a bit weird considering it is indeed a counter, which means that the cap is going to take way longer than usual. It's going to be 3 minutes to cap on your own. And with 287s really around the corner, that's not really the best of ideas, but at least you're luring them to at least reset and maybe give the opportunity to the T67 and the 85 to kill the 87 as they come towards the cap. Again, really smart here, taking up a position in a bush to make maximum use of camo here. Wait till he gets a really good shot on the side here, because the sides of those ATs can still be ridiculously well armored and can really troll you there. So he only takes the one shot. Like if you have more ammo, you could have easily taken 2 or 3 there. Now he sees the other 87, and as I said, you want to go for the engine decks on these things now. If you want to try and get as much potential out of your shells. So the other 87 kills T-44-85, and now it's just a 1 tier 7 and Big Prank with now only 3 shells left. Puts another shot right into the engine deck there. And that 87 begins to turn around, giving the opportunity to his teammate to shoot him in the back for an easy pen there. Tries to help him out some more. So now it's going to be tricky. It's 2-on-2, but only 3 shells left and a tier 7 on 390 health. So he couldn't really shoot the 87. He tries to get a better spot here, but doesn't. Needs like an extra degree of gun depression there. The other 87 comes in now as well for the T-44-1. I do believe the T-44-1 is continuously tracking the other 87 and now gets a really nice side shot there. So this is tricky as all hell. He does take the hit now. And together with his teammate kills one. Only 2 shells left, and the T-44-1 is, I think, a one-shot for the 87. And Big Prank definitely is a one-shot. But he doesn't have the maneuverability or a turret to make full use of the situation. So his teammates is hiding behind the dead 87 right now, which is obviously really nicely done, because if he would have dared to run away, he would have just simply died. So Big Prank comes up, only has 2 APCR shells, so he's gonna plonk them right into the engine there, but does not manage to set him on fire. And now the T-44-1 is probably thinking, like, why is the T67 not shooting some more? And I think an IS is going to complain as well that the T67 should do something. But even you can't even ram an 87 in the T67. It's just not going to work out. You might track him and do like 1 damage, but that's like the best possible scenario. And I think Big Prank was maybe thinking about this and going up the hill to either draw it out or to ram him. I think he's gonna go for the draw here, because the 87 can no longer cap on its own. He needs 3 minutes to cap on its own. So the T-44-1 and the 87 are fighting here. Puts a pinning shot into it. The 87 bounces the T-44-1, and Big Prank is just standing here while his teammate manages to kill him off there. As you can see, he was really well angled here, and I think he only had a shot on the tracks there or the side armor. And T-44-1 is, by the way, one of my more favorite tier 7 mediums. So he was pretty damn passive during almost the entire game, but in the end game he was crucial for the victory there, because Big Frank literally just ran out of shells. So pretty crazy game, pretty slow start, but I think it's an excellent finish and a really good victory for a tier 5 TD in a really competitive matchmaking here with so many tier 7s in both teams, and tier 6s and only a bunch of tier 5s. So really well played by Big Prank, and I'm going to take a short look at the post-game stats for this one. So let's just hop into that. So taking a quick look here at the post-game stats, obviously a mastery badge for this one. Also got the high caliber and Confederate medals. Let's take a quick look at the team score here. A ridiculous 1828 basic speed. Little over 3,000 damage. Remember, this is still a tier 5, and he didn't even pen all of his shots there. 3 kills to pick it up, and his teammate there in the T-44-1, who managed to kill the last enemy there, got 908. They were not platooned up, but just figured I'd share that as well. You fired 45 shells. That's all the shells you can fit into a T-67, and penned 27 of those, doing really good damage. Traveled a lot there as well. Really nice maneuvering in the end there. moving up and down that hill in particular. Made 2,000 credits only. That's because he fired every single shot he had, including all of his APCR against all of those tier 7s. And the experience was almost 2,880 with premium in total. So pretty damn crazy game. It was to be expected to have a lot of T67 games, but I think this one was pretty damn special and really just almost flawlessly played. So hope you guys enjoyed this replay. I'll make another video announcing the winner of this week, plus the little Q&A section. So keep an eye out on that upload. And in the meantime, you can also check if I'm live at twitch.tv/Sircon. I live stream World of Tanks 3 days a week on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and I stream different games on Tuesdays and Saturdays now. So if you want to just hang out, come and chat with us on Twitch. I'll put the link in the description below as well. And if you have any comments on this replay, please leave a message in the comment section below as well. I'd love to hear your thoughts on all these replays and what you guys think. In any case, guys, hope you enjoyed this little replay, and hope to see you guys on the live stream. And yeah, have a good night, and peace out.